What's up, anglers? Thanks for smashing on that play button. My name is Mike. This is the Get Made Show. Today, we're sitting down with the true SoCal original. This guy has been ripping lips all over Southern California for a long time. From his early days of grinding on the local lakes and lagoons to becoming one of the pioneers of the SoCal trout culture. Matt has lived it, breathed it, and pushed forward against all odds. He helped build the culture we love. With Angler Clothing Company, he stoked the fire for what is happening now, the explosion of small businesses in our community. From merch companies, clothing companies, bait makers, and all types of other fishing stuff. Right here in SoCal, Matt has led the charge. But like so many in our community, including myself, Matt has gone through some heavy stuff. Mental battles, tough years, lost friends, the kind of pain you don't really want to talk about until you're ready to. And Matt's ready to talk about it right here on the Get Made Show. And instead of letting all that pain and mental battle take him out, he rose from it. Now he's back, clawed and dug his way out of the proverbial grave. Just like his brand, Ghoulie Jigs, is the resurrection. A comeback, a new mindset, and that same OG energy Matt brings to the table. A new wave in the trout world built off hand-tied heat and pure SoCal energy that helped build this community. So today we're diving into Matt's story, the past, the culture, the comeback, and the legacy he's still writing. This episode is all good vibes, it's real talk, and it's the comeback story of a true SoCal OG. I'd like to introduce Mat Herrera and Ghoulie Jigs. What's up, anglers? How's it going? Mike here, Trout Made Angler Company. This is the Get Made Show. We are in Mi Casa, the Trout Made Casa, and I'm here with my good friend, once my foe, right? But he's also a really, really great friend. OG SoCal, San Diego County trout angler. He's a pioneer of the SoCal community and culture, and the owner of Ghoulies Jigs, Mat Herrera.
What's
My
up,
brother? What's up, Matt? Thanks for being here, bro.
Thank you
Thanks
for
for
having
coming
me.
to my
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
in-home studio.
I love it. Perfect setup. You got the big trout here.
That's Bo. Yeah, thanks for coming, man. Thanks for getting on the Get Made Show. It's been a minute. We've been talking about it. There was a hit and miss. We wanted to get you on Halloween.
I
It
know.
would have been perfect.
It
That was
just
gonna
didn't
be the
work
Halloween
out.
episode.
Yeah, it just didn't work out, but that would have been
Hey,
awesome.
it would have been. But thanks for being here, anglers. Real quick, before we get this Get Made Show started, Matt and myself, and behalf of everybody, just want to give we'll do a little moment of silence and a shout out to Jason Fathead Johnston, who recently passed away, and Mikey Rejovic, SD Fish and Sips, whose body was just found a couple days ago. Both of these men were a great impact on our fishing and SoCal community. I personally knew Jason. What a spirit, man. What a spirit.
I get choked up thinking about him.
I know.
Dude.
I'm sorry. This is how we're starting off the show, but
Jason was I've never met anyone like him. He's just everyone will say that. I mean, just like everyone that knew Mikey personally that says the same things.
Mm-hmm.
Just good people all around, just good hearts, and just I never saw Jason. If you ever followed him and saw him on Instagram, he never promoted himself. He promoted reggae bands, any kind of clothing company that was coming up. He just had love for everyone and wanted everyone to grow and just be happy. And just a heartbreaking moment to find out about him. But
yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And they did a family. Everybody went out there and did a cast.
Yep, I went down there. That was nice. So down at the Carlsbad Lagoon on the 101 side, at the far south end of the lagoon, or where you can fish anyways, there's a rock with a plaque, and it's got a couple of our other buddies who have passed away in the years. They'll be redoing that plaque, and Jason's name will be on there to honor him, because that was his stomping grounds, the Carlsbad Lagoon. They're actually having their first derby or tournament there this
Yeah.
Saturday.
Nice.
I never heard of it until a couple days ago. Somehow I was out of the loop on that one, but I've been fishing there since the 90s, so
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. But
your stomping grounds as well.
yeah.
Well, hey Jason, Game Made brother. Hope you're watching over us as we continue our lives on this earth, man. But and Mikey, that's whew.
That's
I
wild.
didn't personally never met Mikey, but
Yeah, same.
you know, being a creator,
I watched
watching
his
YouTube,
videos,
his
you know, I
YouTube.
just never met him personally.
No.
And it kept going in my head the first couple days after he was missing is
Yeah.
good morning, good morning, good
morning.
morning. It's your boy Mikey.
Good morning, good morning. It's your buddy Mikey here. ST Fishes Sips, and I'm living the dream.
It was just
that kept
infectious.
playing in my head. He was infectious, and it's unfortunate what happened to him. Accidents happen, and
Yeah.
you know, prayers out to him and his family, and
You know,
what a terrible time to go through with that.
It's a that just has to be a terrible experience overall. Being an angler and ourselves, you know, maybe even taking for granted float tubing Lake Gregory versus the wide open ocean. It's the same something. I can't remember his name, but in his kayak a few years ago.
There's been several people like Lake Paris.
Yeah,
people have died there on their kayaks.
Didn't have their PFD.
Yeah,
what have you?
You know, or bad combo of not having a PFD and wearing boots and waders.
Yeah,
you go under in
Those
bad weather,
get sink.
it'll just suck you
Yeah.
straight to the bottom like an anchor.
You know, but it was very heartbreaking to hear about Mikey.
He definitely left a mark, though.
Dude.
He left his legacy,
Yeah,
and he'll be remembered forever.
Oh,
So in a short time that he lived multiple lifetimes
doing what he wanted to
do,
inspiring others.
If I can go out doing what I love doing,
I
I'm
would.
pumped, you know.
100%.
So
100%.
you know, it sucks he's not around, but I'm glad he
Yeah,
went out doing something he loved doing, and he knew the risks of what he was doing.
yeah.
He wasn't a fool. He knew what he was doing. So yeah, prayers out to him. That's
Prayers out to
unfortunate.
Mikey and his family, Jason and their family, and all the other anglers who go doing what they love to do. And like you said, man, I would love to go out that way too.
Yeah, I hope we all do.
Yeah.
Not too soon.
No, not too soon. But prayers up, fishing community, not just trout fishing community, but the SoCal fishing community, sport fishing community. Keep you guys' heads up. Be careful out there, and stay healthy.
Yeah,
you know,
that's all we can do.
That's all we
Watch
can do.
out for each other.
Yeah, watch out for each other.
You know.
Woo, bro. It's kind of heavy.
heavy way to start.
Heavy way to start, but it's good to pay homage, man, because
it really is.
You know, that's what we are. We are a community. And you, Matt, have been a pioneer of this SoCal fishing community. You were somebody who I looked at coming into this game and was able to kind of model, like the examples you set, you know, to be able to model like what to do, how to act, who to be. We're the same age, so we related.
Yeah,
I think very quickly because
we
of that.
clicked right away.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. So, for the watchers, the viewers, the anglers who don't know yet, this is Mat Herrera. How did you get started trout fishing in San Diego County?
Same way a lot of us did. My pops, we started going when I think I was probably 2 or 3. He started taking me trout fishing with him. He was like us. He was a trout bum.
Yeah.
During the winter here in San Diego, like everyone else, you know, getting in line early at the local lakes to go fish the stock trout.
So things pretty much haven't changed. Just the population has grew.
The population has grew. We
but
still fish, but
thing.
You know, back then it was more power bait, night crawlers. You know, the
OG
simple stuff. I think Castmasters and Rooster Tails were like really the only lures at the time, and this is like the 80s.
Yeah.
So we just did that my whole life, you know, until I was probably like in my teenage years. I started doing other stuff, but yeah, just fishing with my pops. That's how I grew up down here. Trout fishing in the winter. Summertime, we'd go down to the harbor, the lagoon, go surfing, go fish the beaches. So kind of grew up doing a little bit of everything. And the passion, as you know, just keeps growing and growing and becoming more and more addictive. And the older you get, the more, you got a car, you got money, you can start driving places. I started going to the Sierras when I was like 18, 19.
Nice.
And going from down here in San Diego, fishing the stocked lakes in the winter to the Eastern Sierra, and being a city kid, a beach kid, going to see that scenery was
it's unreal. It's
unreal.
huge. It's huge.
I think the first trip I went there, I had like this little digital camera, and I must have taken 1,000 pictures up there.
That's awesome.
And it's unreal. Like now, when I go, I don't take that many pictures just because I've been going for so long. But when I think back to when I first started going up there, that's what really, I think, ingrained the trout fishing in me. Because down here it was just a wintertime hobby that they put,
it's something to
up
do.
there when you start getting into the brooks and browns and you realize there's wild trout and like, oh my goodness, I still love saltwater fishing and bass fishing. But being out in nature like that, you can't get that at the beach.
No.
So
no, because you still have the crowds, and it's not everybody's fishing,
right,
or what have you. And
and
I know what you mean, because like the only memories I have of fishing, I didn't fish SoCal when I was a kid.
Right.
I only went to the Sierra once or twice a year.
So you only knew
so that's all I knew, and I was a kid, so it was just like super grand and like beyond and just huge. And I remember that my most vivid memory of going to the Sierra as a kid would be we'd leave early in the morning with my uncle and from my grandma's, and I'd wake up like coming into like before the Owens, man, or like after Bishop. So I'd wake up to just those mountains, dude, at a sunrise, man. That's like my earliest memory. So, coming to SoCal was just like, it was starting fishing. It was okay, let me fish more. Let me start my hobby again, something to do.
And it's a totally different scene down here.
It is. It is. And anglers, if you haven't heard my story, I'm going to keep it short, but, I was at Dixon Lake power baiting, doing what I know how to do. And I'm all here.
Why are these people like, casting so much? On?
Right? I've been waiting there, and this kid just like,
you're like,
dude, what are you using?
Get out of here. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I've been here all morning, bro. so that speaking of that, going to that transition of that kind of fishing for us, it was probably like when I was in my teenage years, like 15, 16 years old, started driving to the lake with my cousins. Come from a big family, so I didn't really have a lot of outside friends. I just had cousins my age that we all fished together, and we'd go there and bass fish, spring, summer, fall. Well, we started learning when they started stocking the trout, we'd still be there bass fishing, throwing swim baits and stuff. And we started noticing any smaller profile stuff these stupid trout would go after. And we're like, huh. Right. So we started going to Turner's, Walmart, whatever, buying like micro baits, micro crankbaits, micro everything. Mini jigs. They sold, I think Turner's is where we got them at the time, or Bass Pro Shop. There wasn't a ton of these bait makers around making custom
I forget
stuff.
I forget the name of the baits, but you go there to Turner's Steel, it's a yellow background.
The yellow background.
I forget the name of it, but it's
Lead Masters.
Something like that.
And then there was like trout teasers or something like that. There was I don't know what the name was, but we started fishing mini jigs. And shortly after, like maybe a few years later, we like ultralight heavyweights and all those started coming out, and we're like looking at all these colors. We're like, this is insane. But at the time, people still weren't really fishing jigs and lures. They were still on the power bait night crawler. So we'd walk around the lake, just ripping them to the point where the locals would be like, don't even bother putting your lines in. Here comes these guys, because they weren't fishing lures. Now everybody's doing it. So it's not such a big shock when
the pendulum is taking a turn.
Swung, so it's cool to see that actually, like more artificial fishing.
So the artificial fishing, that's not from mini jigs, from the power bait mini jigs to, I think, I saw kind of NorCal had the spoons a little bit, but Jesse Warpaint Customs, our good friend, I think that was kind of the first kind of like, here's something different. In SoCal, and it kind of like Jesse moved. Jesse, shout out, bro. You're doing that thing, bro.
Yep, he's out in Utah.
He's doing that thing.
He's out in trout country.
Yeah, that's all he's living is trout. But yeah, and so War Paint Customs, you know, kind of just went away, and no one else. And now again, the pendulum or a shift.
You see a lot of the custom bait makers or painters
Spoons.
coming back with the spoons and the,
Yeah, because everybody's like like spoons were the blue like spoons. It was kind of like the power bait. You're an old school
I mean,
angler,
and
fisherman.
for a while, like this trout culture and community down here is ever evolving.
Yeah.
So I've
With the
watched all the
generations and
trends
everything.
come. I've watched the mini jig trend come, where everyone's starting to fish mini jigs, and then the minnows and spoons has really taken off in the last few years. But most of us have fished spoons forever. But it's cool to have all these different options, different sizes, different colors than you can find in the store.
Yeah.
And then some of the guys making crankbaits, and still the mini crankbait is still a hard bait to fish.
It is,
and it's still the reason why it has not taken off as like one of these trends is because it's so hard to fish.
It's fun to fish.
It's fun to fish. Once you figure it out and figure out how to twitch them in the water and get the trout to react to them, it's one of the funnest bites. Like when I was guiding before COVID, I had these two guys from Hemet that hired me, and we were driving all around, and we found this school that wasn't going after the jig so much and this and that. I had a bunch of Jesse's little cranks on me, and I was tossing one off the back of the boat, and bam! I instantly just switched them up, and these guys went on the craziest crankbait bite I've watched in a long time. Doing supposed to catch and release, but we were catching and and these guys must have caught 20 fish a piece, all on crankbaits. And Jesse was just thrilled, and one of the guys went home and bought like $100 worth of crankbaits off of him.
Yeah.
But if you haven't got into that bite and like learned about it, it's not something you're so willing to spend $15 on a bait. They're a little more expensive.
That's true.
And when you lose one, it hurts a little more than a jig.
Yeah, exactly.
But
so I'd probably recommend, if an angler's trying to, maybe, I don't want to take you away from the local guys, but if you're trying to get into different bites, maybe they have mini crankbaits at Walmart for $1, $2.
Yeah, Yozuri makes one that's called a snap bean.
Yeah, there you go.
They're $5, maybe $5 or $6 now. Those work great.
Yeah.
At every lake I've ever been to.
They got the natural really shad patterns.
Yeah, they got great patterns, and they all work good. There's a bunch of different companies that make little cranks, but that's a learned skill there.
It is a learned skill.
Yeah,
it is a learned skill.
It'll take off eventually. People will start dabbling in it.
I need to fish Jesse stuff a little bit more. I still have
I have a bunch of
tons
it.
of
I got
tons of it.
He always laughs, and he's like, "Those aren't wall hangers. You're supposed to fish them." That's what he always tells people.
Yeah. So you're seeing this different bite evolve through your teenage years. You're growing, family, wife, and do you remember a moment or a trip where trout fishing was going to become your passion was going to become something more? What was that moment?
So at the time, I don't remember the year, maybe 2015. I wasn't on social media at all. And my cousin, who you've met, Nami, he was. And he would always post our pictures from going to Dixon, Wolford, Poway, all these lakes, and we were tearing it up.
Yeah.
Ultralight Heavyweights had messaged him and wanted to like put him on their field staff, pro staff, whatever you want to call it. And he was like, my cousin that I fish with is just as deadly. Like, you got to have both of us. We'll be your San Diego guys.
Yeah.
And so we were for a couple years. I left there. I had done some pro staffing for other companies, and then worked for Hookup Baits for a little while. Wasn't happy working for someone doing something I could do myself. And not to sound like egotistical or anything, but
no, if you put in the effort.
I knew that I had a passion for fishing in general, but trout fishing specifically. And I knew I could make a lure that was different and that I wanted to fish and that would work well.
Yeah.
And at the time, it wasn't even about selling it, to be honest. It was just like, I just want to go make lures, and for us to fish, I'll get a different job.
Mm-hmm.
And shortly after, fishing the local lakes, people start wanting to try them or buy them. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to pull the trigger. I had Angler Clothing Company.
Yeah.
That just took all my money. And never really worked out. I know, I just didn't have the capital, I don't think, to make it go. So,
but that's what I saw was Angler Clothing Company when I came on the scene. That's
what I had going.
To me, it was like it was. I knew. Okay, so for me, there's a difference between a fisherman and an angler.
Right.
Okay, to me, a fisherman, you're fishing and you're harvesting,
Right.
and that.
Yeah.
Angler, it's sport, whatever. It's more,
Yeah.
putting your gear to the test, putting your limits
Like
to the
a hunter.
test. Like exactly.
You know, you're
right. And I knew like when I was getting into it more, I knew like, man, I know I love this chilling, but I know I want to do more. I know I could. I
Right.
want to be a better angler.
right.
Right. So that's what attracted me to Angler Clothing Company, and it was just like he was like, man, this dude's like, okay, like it's different.
Yeah, the passion was there.
I
I definitely put my heart into Angler.
You did. You did.
I was doing a lot of things with Angler. You know, the charity stuff and donations and derbies and all kinds of stuff with Angler.
Yeah.
It just never quite panned out, so I put it on pause or really just stopped and got a job.
Yeah.
You know,
What were you doing? You were doing
I've always been a window cleaner.
Window, yeah.
And a private swim instructor. So I've always been able to fall back on that.
Mhm.
But I got to
Swim?
the age swim instructor, yeah.
like
Yeah.
I want to see your butterfly, bro.
It's ugly. Look how big I am. My butterfly is hideous. No,
That's awesome, man. That's something I didn't know about you.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
So I think I was like 23 or 24. I started working at a swim school in San Diego. Just had a knack for it.
Yeah.
And
you grew up on the beach surfing?
Yeah, and
swimming?
essentially I was a swim instructor, lifeguard. And then I left there to start my own business and did that for 15 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
Just driving around San Diego, teaching swim lessons to babies through adults. You know, my schedule was full all the time. Exhausting work, made
Yeah.
good money, fished
Yeah.
while I was doing that, doing tournaments and stuff. And I just, at a certain point, I had added in the window cleaning because I had always done that on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had two businesses going, the swim lessons and the window cleaning. Then we moved from San Diego up to Temecula.
Yeah.
And swim lessons went on hold until I started them again up there. Windows stopped altogether. I would go work with my cousin in San Diego sometimes, but it wasn't feasible driving all the way down there. So then it was kind of like right around COVID is when I got the job it was right before COVID actually, when I got the job with Hookup Baits.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I don't have to do swim lessons no more. I don't have to worry about breaking my body doing windows no more. I'm just going to have a job. I like these guys. It ended up not working out.
Chad Hookup Baits did through your derbies.
Through the tournaments.
They did a lot. So that's kind of how
He was donating a lot. We were working together doing veterans on the water kind of stuff, like donating product to these trips, charter trips and whatnot. And he put me on their, what do they call them? Ambassador program at one of our tournaments to be one of the Hookup Baits ambassadors. So I did that for like probably 6 months, and then I ended up getting a job with them in the office. And I worked there for a while, and it just didn't work out for me. I was just not happy where I was and butted heads a little bit. So before things got bad, I just left.
Yeah.
And in the pursuit of looking for another job, COVID hit. And so I took advantage of, unemployment while I'm out.
Yeah.
And started making our own jigs. And then it just kind of cycloned into what it is now.
Yeah.
I went through like 3 different names. It landed on Ghoulie Jigs.
I think it's perfect, man, because I know you, so I know your personality. And Angler's like, he's a big horror movie buff guy, just like and very music 80s, and everything.
80s stuff is so
like B-rated horror film type stuff.
Yeah, like
dude.
really cheesy 80s stuff. It's very
so
nostalgic.
when I saw that, and we'll get to that. But
I was gonna say we'll get
to that. So go on.
So yeah, it just evolved, and I have a wife, and so I have obligations, and it was rough. Actually, when I first started Ghoulie Jigs, it blew up.
Yeah.
And I had sales coming in left and right. I already had my website still. I just flipped it over to Ghoulie Jigs, added all my product on there, and I was getting orders left and right. I was getting in tackle stores right away.
Yeah.
And it got really overwhelming, and then I hurt my back. And
because you were still working.
No, I was just doing Ghoulie Jigs.
Shoot.
And I slipped and fell down the stairs in our storage unit and broke my tailbone. Wow. And so for a good year, it was barely being able to work. So my business was like climbing and then
And
just,
then just yeah.
went down. Also, you know, this will be what we're going to talk about later, but I went through some stuff at the end of Angler that did not help my cause going forward with Ghoulie Jigs.
Yeah.
So that was something that was very hard to get past, and it took a lot of work and a lot of pushing through stuff, and so Ghoulie Jigs is what it is now, but it took a
Yeah.
lot to get
Yeah.
through what I had to get through to
That's
get where we are now.
and yeah, and that's what the Get Made show is about, and that's what I've always wanted to bring through. And you know, maybe I'll just talk about my struggles some other time, because we've had similar struggles, similar different times of our life. But I understand, you know, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's tough sometimes, but that's what the Get Made show is about, is showing, you know, these anglers that, man, you know, whether you don't have a company or whatever, just pushing through and getting to that next level where
That's literally getting made.
Yeah, it's getting made.
Yeah,
You're remaking yourself, getting made, you know. So it's and not only that, but you're building a business and fishing and, you know, life and everything like that. So
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. But
Well, and with my, you know, my mental stuff that I have always going on, it's like this helps me stay away from that, like,
Yeah.
you know, the battles that I'm sure a lot of people go through with anxiety, depression, all that stuff. This staying busy helps me
It does.
not think about stuff like that, and it's actually good for me therapy wise and mentally. It's really good for me. And then also in turn, as a positive, it helps grow my business.
Yeah.
You know, just pushing.
And I think I can speak for, you know, we'll say the same thing, that the return on investment is not the money. It's those pictures you get with, I've seen these guys all over the country catching on Ghoulie Jigs.
That's it.
Different species, dude. Like, not just trout, not just bass, not just saltwater. There's like muskies and some crazy exotic stuff.
And it just does it for me. It really, like with you, you
Yeah.
have your things that do it for you. That's for me. That's what does it for me. And it doesn't even matter what it is. To see someone that shared their experience with me,
Yeah.
like, hey man, I caught this on your lure. I'm like, I made that. That touched my hands. I put it in the package. I always, when I drop them off, I'm like, say this one's going to Utah or whatever, I'm like, go out there and catch this dude some fish, and I drop it in the bin. You know, like, go do some damage. Go do some damage. And it's not many people share their experiences, so I'm always grateful for everyone that is willing to share
100%.
what they caught, what their experience was. Sometimes it's just a photo and it's like, thanks for the baits.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a whole story, like, man, I wasn't catching anything, and you know how that goes. Like, when you're out there and the grind is real and you're struggling, and all of a sudden you just tie that one bait in your box on that you hadn't tried yet, and you're like, the whole time it was just right there. That's how kind of Ghoulie Jigs is in some people's boxes. It's like a last resort, but they're learning that to go to that quicker. Start with your confidence bait, whether it's a spoon or a tube or a crank, whatever. And if those aren't really producing the way they should be producing, go with the feather. And that's not me trying to sell my product.
No.
That is me from personal experience out in Utah.
Yeah.
Where I really honed these jigs was Pyramid in Utah.
Yeah.
That's where I really dialed them in to where they are, what they are now.
Yeah. Was it the timing? Like, I'm tying it's SoCal, or I'm tying we're about to go to Pyramid?
It was more like we're about to go to Pyramid. Like, yeah, that's
because we both share the love for Pyramid Lake, Nevada.
Yeah. So
and
obviously
and the LCTs,
I would tie orders.
The LCTs.
Yeah, I'm a little dyslexic.
Yeah. LCTs. Lahawken cutthroat trout.
We would still tie orders for people that were, you know, orders that were coming in here and there, but really, because we got in the shop pretty quick there.
Yeah.
Just tying our jigs for going to Pyramid and then tying shop jigs kept me busy.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. You know, and then we were in brain fart. What's the one in Reno? Mark IV.
Yeah.
So we were in Mark IV for a little while, but their orders were too big and I couldn't keep up.
Man.
They were placing such big orders, and I'm like,
that's a bad problem to have.
It takes me. Yeah, it is
or
a good problem to have. But I just,
you know,
I can only tie so many jigs per day, and if I got online orders coming in and this order for like 1,200 jigs, I'm like, dude, there's no way.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I have to like hit the brakes sometimes.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Kyle, KO Fishing. he wondered how, he's like, how's he tie all those jigs? And you told me
It's crazy, man. It's
and
like,
it's like, you know, because he ties and stuff, and he's just
yeah.
like, how's he do it?
Well, I've had other people that have got into tying, like, to sell them and message me.
I
I'm
tie
like, dude,
I tie
can't.
as a hobby every now and then, and
I can, on a good day, if I really push
It's crazy,
myself, I
man.
can tie like 70 jigs in a day,
yeah,
which to most people is like 70 jigs, like plastic jigs. If I was going to do plastic jigs and spend sun up to sundown doing just plastic tube
you can
jigs,
do thousands.
I can do thousands. Where I can only do
Thousands.
70 hand-tied jigs. And that's me really just sitting there grinding all
All
day.
day.
I could maybe do more, but I'm going to be hurting at the end of the
Yeah.
day. My eyes will be bugging out.
Yeah.
My back will be
Your back.
screaming. So I limit myself usually to like 40 or 50.
Yeah.
And now we have the other stuff in the mix. So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, have to weigh the scales a little bit. Like one day I'll do plastic all day, and then the next day I'm back on the vise.
Yeah.
And then the next day I'm doing like just pouring lead and painting.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
But
It
I
is a
have to
lot.
do it to keep up with you guys out here that are
Yeah.
making all these other great baits. So it's like, if
There's a lot of bait makers. There's a lot of hand tires. I mean, before you, Jew jigs made and trap jigs.
Yeah.
Shout out down.
Yeah, Jew Jigs, in my opinion, was the OG.
The OG.
And I fished his jigs a
All
lot.
right. Fun fact: my first mini jig fish was on a Jew jig at Dixon Lake.
Nice, that's epic.
Yeah, off across from Trout Cove.
Oh, Jack Creek.
Between the pier.
Oh, okay.
The second one, not the first one. The second one, the dock. Yeah. I'll link the video.
Yeah,
it wasn't even a trout rod. I was just getting into it. I didn't even have like
you were
a
probably
ultralight. Dude, I was. Dude.
I'm sure I've watched the video.
Maybe
it's an old video.
Fun fact: my first mini jig and fish trout was at Dixon Lake on a Jew jig.
Yeah, he kind of stopped for a while selling jigs.
I saw him come back last year.
Okay, so I haven't really paid attention, but for a while he was gone.
Yeah, they go to Jennings a lot.
By the time I had learned about trap jigs, I was already making my own jigs.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, man, there's a lot out there, and you got to keep up with. We were just talking earlier, you know, like you kind of like I don't get bored of my colors, but I kind of like I always have these ideas and stuff like that. But then there's just like so much.
As a fisherman or an angler,
yeah,
you know what works.
Yeah.
And when you see the baits turn out the way you wanted them to turn out, you're like, I can make 100 more colors.
I got my broken ass glasses on.
I saw that. I was like, this guy's missing a post here.
Yeah, I think, sorry. I don't know. They're like, how is his glass? They see them.
They're like, damn, this guy's like so high tech.
I know.
His glasses just sit on the front.
I got the floating glasses.
You have a sunken magnet in your head right here.
Locks in. But I've seen you grow, and I've seen it when you started Ghoulie Jigs. I saw it from afar, and
yes, because that was during our hiatus.
Our hiatus as friends, and that's, I think, a good segue. Not only we've seen, both of us seen, you know, the trends and the changes in the baits and the fishing styles, but in social media and YouTube and the exposure of, you know, our community, our fisheries here in California, right? And I know we were really, really good friends, and we were fishing, and you know, I know, you know, you went through what you started going through, but I think I'll just say it blunt, you know, kind of took it not just on me, but you know, you had something to say about what I was doing.
I had too much to say about a lot of people, put it that way. I burned a lot of bridges. I was going through a lot of personal stuff, and I started taking things the way they shouldn't have been taken, and it was partially, you know, the stuff I was going through, but also some mental stuff that I didn't know that I had, that I ended up, you know, getting help with and working through problems, being properly medicated, and it helped me see the errors of my ways. I put a lot of people down. I bashed a lot of people at the end of Angler when it was like dying.
Yeah.
And I had poured like literally everything I had into it. And when our thing happened, it was when you had gone to Utah.
Yeah.
And a video came out from it, and
Panguitch.
it was Panguitch Lake in Utah. And like right now, I tell everyone to go fish there. Like I don't even care. But at the time, this wasn't like, I'm not saying that I should have felt this way. This was a wrong feeling that I was having.
No, your feelings are correct. Your feelings are valid.
Really personal.
Right. Your feelings are valid first and foremost.
At the time, everyone was trying to keep it secret, like not blow it up, which is stupid.
Yeah, and I went out there making
8 hours away from us, so it's not like it's an easy get.
And I was out there with the Steve Irwin voice. Like, like I get you. I feel you. You know, I get you.
But I went. There's one way to go about it.
Yes, sir.
And there's the way I went about it, and that's the wrong way. I came at Steve, putting him down, knocking his craft. I won't go on and on about everything, but I was wrong, and I came at him in a horrible way that I would never do to one of my friends. And so I told him, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
We're done. And I had done this not only to Mike, but several other people at the time. So it just, not only my business, but everything in my world just crashed. And I went through this stupor for like, I don't know, another year and a half after that.
Yeah.
To the point where it was affecting my personal family life with my wife. And, you know, I ended up getting help and working through this stuff. And I'm still making amends to people. I ran into, I can't remember his name, Lunchbox Tats.
Oh, Jeremy.
He was down at Jason's memorial. And I saw him. I knew who he was. I don't know if he knew who I was or remembered me. We shook hands at the end of the day and said, "What's up?"
Yeah.
But he was one of the people who stuck up for you and called me a kook. I never argued with him or went at him, because at this time I was already in the like realizing I had messed up big time.
Yeah.
But wasn't gonna like retract anything.
Yeah.
Or backpedal.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just put myself.
We even saw each other at Dixon. You were ahead of me in line.
And I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely hated myself for a long, put it that way. That's what it ended up happening out of all that. I hated myself for a long time.
Yeah.
And then was able to turn that around, and now we're friends. So I'm like, you know,
it's been a minute.
It's been a while. This isn't just since yesterday.
It was like probably late last year.
Late last year, yeah.
Late last year.
We linked up and went to a speakeasy and had a whiskey and
had a bourbon,
hashed it out,
talked. We, shared our feelings, and
I was lucky enough that he was able to accept me as a gentleman, to explain myself and try to make amends to what was a good friendship.
Absolutely.
That I threw in the toilet. So.
Nah, you missed.
I missed the toilet.
You missed the toilet, bro. No, it was something, we're not going to get into it too much, but it was, I was hurt, and we've been through it. I'm not going to bash Matt right now. I never did. We shared our feelings, how we felt.
He never bashed me once. Not once. The whole time. Never put me down, never bashed me.
I understood, because
I tried to reach out and apologize a couple times, and he did not respond, and I knew, obviously, that I messed up. And you just accept. I just accepted it. I was like, I messed up. It is what it is now. And then over time, I think Mike was like, maybe I'll try to forgive him.
I missed you, man.
Well, that's
seriously, dude.
Well, that's how it was for me. Literally, I was such a big part of the fishing community.
Yeah.
Like linked to everybody.
Yeah.
And I literally burned 70% of my bridges probably.
Yeah.
And just had to literally, not from ground up start Ghoulie Jigs, from below the ground, like 6 feet under, dig through the dirt, come to the surface, and then start climbing up. So
that's a ghoul.
That's a ghoul.
That's
right
a ghoulie
there,
right there, man.
That's
so awesome, dude. That's an awesome. It's an awesome story, man. Your story, our story, because it's good, And before we started rolling anglers, I asked Matt. I said, "Can we talk about it?" He's like, "Yeah."
I was kind of hoping you were gonna do that anyways.
Okay, cool.
Because I wanted to, like we were saying, not everyone knows that you and I were friends.
Yeah.
But a lot of people that know both of us for years now knew that we were friends, and then all of a sudden knew that we were not friends.
Not friends. Yeah.
We weren't like enemies. We just weren't friends anymore.
Yeah.
And you didn't see us together no more, and all that. So
yeah,
I wanted to clear the air with that everyone knows that we are friends.
We are friends. We've been friends.
We support each other.
We came together, talked about it, and you know, moving forward, because Matt brought value to what I was doing, is bringing value to what I'm doing. You know, so much. You know, not just as my friend, but man, this February hooked me up with some Ghoulie tubes.
Oh yeah.
Right, and I got a double D 14.5 on it.
Yep.
Right, so it's been, where we're at now is in a great place, anglers. You know, we talk to each other, we support each other. We live 2 minutes from each other.
Yeah, we're like,
and we need to see each other, hang out more.
What's funny is we didn't know that.
We didn't know
when
that.
we first like got back together and hung out. I didn't know that he was living in Temecula.
Yeah,
and he's literally 2 minutes down the street.
Literally 2 minutes. And but it's a good story, and it's a good example for our community. Why we wanted to talk about it, because a lot of that goes on out there, and this is serious. You know, and I've gone through my mental health struggles now, and still and going through it. So I understand where you're coming from. So we got a lot of awareness going on here, anglers, which is good. And this is what this is meant to be also, is have that awareness. You know, reach out to people you care about. And it's okay, you know. Matt was humbled and came to me, and I was humbled that he did. And I had to humble myself and not. I missed my friend, man. We fished, we had good times together, we had a lot of plans to fish.
In turn from that, it taught me to forgive. Or not taught me, but encouraged me to be more forgiving and not hold grudges and not get so mad at petty little things.
Yeah.
You know, or think something is one way or another, just to accept things and be cool with everyone. And life goes a lot easier when you're not so full of hate all the time.
It does. It does.
You know, because that's where I was very hateful, and I don't like being like that. So I'm very glad to be back in your life as a friend. I love fishing with you. We have a great time.
We do. We got to get at it soon.
So yeah, I know.
Pyramid for sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Pyramid.
Trying to go for New Year's.
Ooh, you're not going for Thanksgiving anymore?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No, because the family wants to go camping.
Okay.
Down at Mission Bay.
Nice.
So
you guys been doing a lot of that lately.
Yeah, we got that little pop-up camper, man.
Yeah.
So we've been going all over the place. But
cool.
Yeah, we'll be down there for Thanksgiving. And then I think we're probably going for New Year's.
I think I might be in on that one, man.
If you're down.
I'm down. You know I'm down, bro. We've been trying to plan it. We tried last year.
I know.
Last season just couldn't happen.
That's one place that it's really hard to coordinate fishing trips.
It is.
Even with,
it is.
You know, like Steve and Jesse and all those guys, it's so hard for us.
Yeah.
So I think Cameron's going, and then probably Steve.
I had three different people in the last 2 weeks, and between now and the end of Thanksgiving, had trips set up, and they all fell through.
Yeah, that's not uncommon.
Not uncommon. This last weekend, obviously, the weather. Right. So that was, but then it was like, but those guys hit me up, and they're like, "Hey, let's go fishing." I'm like, "Let's go," and then they're like, "Oh, I can't." This is why, like, it not only is it hard to coordinate, but why I'm kind of like, I'm only gonna fish with
So
like,
that's
I can't fit. You know what I mean? I love saying yes.
It's one of those places where, like, once I book my reservation, I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going.
There's no turning back.
There's no turning back.
If everyone else backs out, I'm still going. I went solo a couple seasons ago.
Yeah. But I love taking people out there who know how to fish for the first time. Like this last trip with Kyle, Chris, who I just
you watched
met.
the excitement on their face.
Yeah.
You know,
they were just, and it was like, I'm not a guide or anything, but we were talking about it, and I just like, man, it was the stress of taking your friends out and getting them
Yeah,
fish, and they're anglers.
Because you know how brutal the place can be.
Yeah.
So you don't want to go put them in a spot where you're...
And they have these big old expectations.
Right. They see these monster fish, and they're like,
big old-
that's
and
what I'm
it's
going to catch.
I'm like,
like,
man,
oh,
you might not
shit.
catch it.
You
They were
might-
humbled the second
You might
day,
not
bro.
catch anything.
They were humbled the second day.
Okay. At least they got one good day of bites, though,
yeah.
so they can see what it's like.
Yeah.
Because I've taken people there and
Kyle said it was like yellowtail.
hardly no fish the whole trip,
Yeah.
you know? And
I've been there. 3 bites, 3 losses. The whole trip, 3 days fishing.
Yeah, that place can be rough, but it can also be really rewarding.
Really rewarding.
So,
it was an awesome experience.
we'll talk more about this.
Yeah.
The New Year's Eve trip.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that.
I've done that out there before, and it's fun at the casino on New Year's.
Yeah. Where do you think, kind of circling around back to today, do you think the SoCal trout fishing community is better or worse than 5 years ago?
I honestly think it's getting a little better, in my opinion.
Okay.
But I have not, to be honest, in the past couple seasons, have not been to the lakes very much because we've been going to Pyramid so much that I might go. Like last season, I think I fished Wolford once and Dixon twice in the whole winter.
Yeah.
So I'm not seeing like 5 years ago, I was at the lakes all the time trying to really promote Ghoulie Jigs going, or maybe not even that, like 4 years ago. And it was crazy. Just crazy. And I didn't like it. And as a scene that I loved, and I kind of watched it getting shit on, for lack of a better statement.
Yeah.
It offended me. It rubbed me wrong. But again, I was learning from my stuff.
Yeah.
You know, to not let it get to me. And you know, I'd put up like meaningful posts sometimes, like not knocking people, but pointing stuff out, like, hey, don't do this, or hey, you're making yourself look bad. Like, don't. You're just.
The one thing is, I think. I think this way about myself, and it's not anything like, you know, I think, you know, conceited or anything, but it's like, as me being in front of a camera, I have a responsibility. You being an owner, you have a responsibility, and being an OG, and it's like, and I remember you gave me props on my etiquette video. We weren't even talking.
Yeah.
And I did an etiquette video because that's something we always we both agreed on.
Always agreed on that.
Always agreed
that you have to have proper etiquette on the water. And I don't care if people are like, oh, they're just stock trout. I don't care what you're fishing for. If you're on the water with other fishermen, there's an etiquette that you need to follow. And if you're not going to follow it, you're not going to get liked.
Yeah.
And if you're not liked at the lakes, it's not very fun to go fishing.
No, so it's not.
Practice proper etiquette, and it'll be better for everyone. And I think it's kind of turned into that. I don't know what changed, because there's definitely more now than there was then.
More people.
Maybe they've just over the time like kind of figured out the stuff on their own, and now they're spreading good information. I think there was a lot of bad.
Maybe the bad seeds have been
fizzled out, weeded out, or ignored. I don't know, but I don't see as much of the drama going on in the trout scene.
Oh, there was an incident I think at Jess Ranch a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, I did see that a fight or something broke
like
out.
that.
Now, see, you're always going to have that at any. It doesn't even matter if it's fishing.
Yeah, it could be.
You see it happen at baseball games, football games, concerts,
Little League baseball games,
anywhere.
Yeah.
And really, the fighting was never such a. I never noticed that happening too much, but definitely the words going back and forth, like Trout Cove, you know, and this and that, and So I'm definitely. I don't miss that stuff.
Yeah, no. Are you going to be getting out there, San Diego County, SoCal Lakes a little bit this season?
Yeah, I'm going to try to be at them a lot more. Poway, I'd like to get down there a little more. I used to love fishing Poway.
Poway's pretty cool.
I like that lake, and Dixon and Wolford for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Wolford, I can't wait for Wolford. That opener's coming up. I need to fish that a little bit more. It's always treated me good, and that's honestly been the one time. It's a lot colder there than at Dixon.
Yeah, it's really cold.
And I remember that's the one time I've ever quit fishing
because you were so cold.
I was so cold, and it was raining, it was windy. I was literally crying. My fingers, my hands were gonna fall off. Yep. But cool, man. It'll be good to see you out there. Hopefully we get out there together.
Oh, we'll definitely get out there together.
I plan on fishing a little bit more SoCal right now that I have the time.
Wolford's nice because it's in the back, you can spread out a little more.
Yeah.
Dixon on the boats gets a little clustered.
Yeah.
So you can spread out more there and still get fish.
Yeah.
So I like Wolford. That's my stomping grounds. That's always been my favorite lake.
Yeah. When it comes to Ghoulies jigs, right? You have mini jigging and that technique and your baits, hand tides. Do you fish them the same? Is it a different style you fish them? Is it just slapping it on, switching the plastic for the feather and doing the same thing? What works for you? What would you recommend for the Ghoulies jigs? Because I've fished them, and when I caught that double D, my first pyramid in February in the morning, and then I caught my PB I broke it, 16 in the spoon. Right. You told me throw this on when you're seeing them porpoise.
Oh, yeah.
Toss it and rip. Let's play that clip. Nah, they're busting on top right out here. There we go. Rip, bam.
That was such a sick. I'm so glad you got that on video.
Dude, that was sick.
So that's just something in particular with those tubes.
Yeah.
Just from me knowing already how they swim with that nose cut, the hookup bait style. I tried to make them as different as I could.
They're different, but that's
it's just because they're pointy on the nose, everyone just associates that. Like it could have a skirted tail and people would still because of the nose.
The nose, yeah.
Like I don't even put eyeballs on them anymore.
No.
Because I didn't notice that it made a difference. So there's no eyeballs no more. Anyways, when you rip those tube jigs, even regular, like your big ones, even if you rip those the right way, they'll still go erratic. And I just noticed the one trip we were out there when I was doing that and we were watching them porpoise, like 3 casts in a row, 3 fish.
Yeah.
I'm like, and they would not touch it, just bouncing it.
Yeah.
And so I started just getting crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. And then Pops was doing it, I was doing it, Cammy was doing it, and we're all catching fish like that. So that's why I was like, dude, if you see them doing this.
So I think, so is it because they're eating? Because I've seen small bugs. Right? There's not like a big hatch you can see out there.
Honestly, like.
But are they playing? Are they chasing bait?
I think they're chasing bait and they're playing. They're just crazy.
They're just having fun?
I don't know. I mean, obviously there's bugs on the surface that when you see them usually come up, they're going after something.
Yeah.
But I think they chase bait to the surface and
then
go through them
and
come back down. Kind of like dolphins do. So that was my theory of trying that, was if they're chasing bait, these bait are running for their lives and they're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. And that's the whap. Now our feather jigs will not do that. You could do this all you want. It's just going to go straight,
because you're like pulling.
Right. And there's nothing on the nose of it to make it want to turn. So it's just round.
So those you could jig or pop.
You can jig or pop. I still do them sideways. Sometimes that gets them going.
Maybe a little pause to get there.
The one thing I do like is typically with mini jigs, you can only go a certain speed going sideways before they start turning. Not always, but a lot of the times they will.
Yeah.
And so with the feather jigs, you can go sideways like a jerk bait and it won't spin or anything. It'll just, the feather will fluff and, get all straight, get all straight. And it'll just kind of do this back and forth. So that's one benefit I've noticed with those jigs is a different, especially in rivers. You can really rip across a river without spinning. And that's one way I like to fish it. You can fish it like a regular mini jig, and that works. But I do have a YouTube channel.
Oh, you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
What? I gotta subscribe.
And the only reason I have it is just to show how to use the jigs.
That's awesome.
I got a video for bass and halibut. I got one for standard trout. I got one for pyramid. And then I have a couple little videos where I'm actually in front of the camera, like talking about the jigs and what they do and stingers and.
That's awesome, man.
Just kind of information that I got questions that were asked all the time. And I'm like, I should put
Let me put something
something
out.
together
Yeah.
just to like. There's not like fishing content.
Yeah.
It's a boring fucking channel,
Yeah.
but I have the link on our website. So if someone, or it's on the bottom of our packing slip.
It's all link description below.
So when you order, it's on the bottom. It'll tell you to go to our YouTube channel for tutorials.
Yeah,
And
that's awesome.
every now and then someone will message me and be like, dude, thanks for making that pyramid video.
Yeah.
I had no idea you could work a jig like that.
Yeah.
A feather jig, because they
Yeah.
fish other feather jigs. And they're so used to that
pop.
real hard pop that everyone does. And that's all they do. To see something different be productive is nice. You know, just...
Yeah. And I fished them. I've obviously caught some fish on the feathered ones too. With the stingers. I've been out there this last trip, man, the winds and everything were picking up, the weather. We went to the lodge just because, I don't know why, man. I told everybody, I told everybody bring everything, but every half ounce or above, bro. So we had to go with the winds and the current and how deep these fish were from 30.
Right.
I had to go get ounce. I had to go pick up some of your ouncers.
Oh, they had some in there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The minnow head ones?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And then so we picked up some of your
those
stuff
will get
there.
down
We were
there.
like, man, we need that. I'm like, that's the only thing I messed up on that trip was telling everybody eighth and quarter.
But you just never know there. Yeah, and when people message me, I always ask them, when are you going? What are you fishing from the shore? Or are you fishing from a boat?
Yeah.
Because if it's in the beginning of the season and they're out on a tube or a boat,
you need a half ounce
ounce or more.
Yeah.
You know, maybe even jump into our minnow head ones and get the 5/8 or even an ounce, you know.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, everyone else told me to fish a quarter ounce, or I saw on your website you like to fish the 1/8 ounce. I'm like, yeah, that's when they're like 20 feet off the shoreline.
Yeah. It is later on.
Yeah.
Couple more months.
3 months later.
3 months later. They're moving in right now. I think with this cold and everything.
I've seen some people getting them from the shore already with spoons, so they're moving in.
Different places.
Different beaches.
You
know, where the drops are and whatnot.
Yep. Kind of circling back, I saw Ghoulie Jigs from afar. And man, I'm so impressed. And I told you that. I was so proud of you, so impressed. They're great. It's quality. They catch fish. Everything you've done with the social media, with it, and rebuilding, not only a brand from scratch, but yourself. And it's awesome to see, dude, that what you've done with it, and it's cool it gives me a break from fishing my stuff. You know,
well, I appreciate that, man.
And it's cool to have. I used to, rock the Angler Clothing Company shirt.
Yep.
Now I, got the Ghoulie Jigs, man. So it's cool to have you in my arsenal. And when I go to Pyramid, you're one of 3 of my confidence baits.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, 100%.
I love hearing that.
100% because it's and anglers, like, if you don't know, I didn't know. We were talking. I said, "How do you work this?" I picked up those tubes. I said, "How do you work this? Do this, do this, do this." Cool. I'm on the ladder. Blah blah blah. Like Matt was saying, were you fishing? We're talking about beaches, everything. All right. I'm like, he's like, if you see in porpoise,
rip it.
And I wasn't humble, bro.
And that's not my.
I was humble. I'd listen to you, and I was just like, and it freaking worked.
It made me feel good when you were like, dude, I did that thing you said, and it worked. I'm like, no way.
Yeah. And then I sent the picture.
Because it was a big fish too. I'm like, because I didn't know if that technique would work. To be honest, I didn't know if that would work again. I know they like fast stuff, but I was like, the way these things. I mean, sometimes I could see when it would clear. I could see my tube further out.
Yeah.
When I would be ripping it up and way up on my ladder, this thing was jamming like 3 feet to each side. Every time I twitch it would shoot out to the side 2 to 3 feet, and that's a big swing. Yeah. So maybe that was driving them crazy, or they just couldn't, I don't know.
Yeah.
They couldn't figure out what it was, and it was pissing them off.
I don't think, like you said, it's like it would happen again, because I don't think I've been able to, most of the time, and agree with, for me anyways, my personal experience, I've been able to figure out a cadence, figure it out what's going on that time of year when we're there.
But then it might not work a month later.
But this last trip, you saw the video, it was, popping.
Yeah.
and then I was ripping,
Right.
and so they were just all over the freaking
Right.
place with it.
And each fish wants a different thing, you know.
Yeah.
This one wants it fast. That
Yeah.
one wants it dying. You know?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah. And we were talking about that with my Mega Maid jig.
Right.
He was on the
Mega
fall.
Maids.
Mega Maids. Yeah.
I love that.
Instead of mini, it's mega.
Yeah, so that's why it's good to have.
Like that was falling, you know, it could have been a dying bait. that
Exactly.
Someone else
Like
tagged.
someone else tagged it, and now
Yeah.
this bait's dying down to the floor, and this one wanted an easy meal.
Yeah.
But it's always good to have multiple retrieves in your arsenal.
Yeah.
Because you never know. And then also, it's good to watch the retrieves everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
Whether they're catching or
I've
not.
done that too.
You know?
I've done that too. When it retrieves, and then if I'm stripping, I'm seeing if there's I'm on my fly rod, I'm seeing
maybe they're
cadence.
stripping slow.
Super slow.
They're just barely
Yeah.
pulling it, and you're over here doing a normal strip,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
they're just eating stuff barely
Barely moving.
That
Who
place
knows?
is a trip, man.
It is a trip.
It's nothing. I haven't trout fished many other places that are like that.
It's I tell people it's like another planet because you
It
can
really
go to
is.
this area and it's you go this area and it looks like rock, but it's clay.
Clay, and you sink and
And you
slip and
sink and
slide
slip.
all over
That's
the place.
where we were, like windlass we were at.
Right.
That's how
Yep.
it was.
South
Or it's sand.
South Nets is like that.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of dips in it. It's gnarly.
You could just getting out to float tube, you could like
Yeah,
have accidents
yeah,
and,
you could fall
or
over.
like I wouldn't even try to put a ladder there.
I did.
Did you? I mean, I guess you could stick it in.
I did, but it took me a while to find a spot where it wanted to sit straight.
Yeah.
And I never went back there again.
No.
It wasn't good enough to like,
No.
oh, I gotta go there.
Yeah.
There's plenty of spots on that lake to fish where you don't have to kill yourself.
You don't. But most of them, yeah, because there's some that drop off right there. I'd say about 70% of the places on shore pyramid, like you can kill yourself.
You can
or mess yourself up pretty bad.
Mess yourself up pretty bad in a lot of spots
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Especially up by like around Warrior.
Oh yeah.
All the big boulders and slippery rocks and everything.
Yeah, and like Spider, the drop offs are just like right
Super
there.
steep.
And just right there.
Same down like Cattle Guard and all that. Did you see they closed off Popcorn?
Yeah. Why? The mussels?
There's something about the mussels.
So are they going to spread to the rest of the lake?
I have no idea what's happening with that. Like, what does that have to? They don't want them going up the river.
That's
so they're saying boats are bringing them down.
Oh.
But I heard they closed off the shore fishing too.
Oh wow.
So I don't know.
I heard that
all the way up to Cattle Guard, which is just like right up around
there,
the
but
bend from that.
That's a historic and popular fishing area.
Yeah, it really is. A lot of people fish down there. We don't drive down that far that often.
No.
Just because we know other spots, that can produce as well.
The furthest I fished was Blockhouse was this last trip, and then we saw the water spout in the in the freaking air, and
which is scary on that lake.
It's super scary, yeah. And things just like change super fast, and but that's the furthest. I love Sandhole.
Sandhole.
At a certain part of the year, you could just bounce anything off that sand, and
just riding up the hill.
Yeah,
they'll just eat it.
Just so sick, such a sick bite.
Yeah, we'll just stop giving away all our spots.
Yeah, let's just but it's out there. But we're both open if you are going.
Oh, I give out information all the time.
Give us some. Get personal with us.
That's
That's all we ask.
I want you to go catch fish.
Yeah,
I don't want anyone to go there and not catch fish. It sucks.
Yeah, but it's cool to see. I saw you going to Pyramid. I think, I'm not. I think I've kind of tried to put because. A lot of more anglers have been going to Pyramid from SoCal. Not a lot of people were going to SoCal. I think Chad was the first one.
Yep.
And then like you and I started going at the same time. And,
which was shortly after him.
Shortly
season
after.
Or two later.
Yeah. And it was and we didn't know it. I knew there was times where like I ran into people and they're like, or like Luke RHA.
Oh yeah.
You hooked up with him a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, oh, Matt Ghoulie's here.
Yeah, we were fishing down at Nets.
Yeah, and I'm like, why? I don't talk to him, bro. Why? But we were there at the same time.
Happened a lot, dude. That happened a lot.
Like, yeah, it has. I got asked all the time. But
I'm like, I don't even.
But
Like, we just haven't talked in a. That's
Yeah,
what I
we just
ended up
haven't
saying
talked,
after.
yeah.
I'm like, we haven't talked in a long time.
Yeah. I was just like,
We
life.
went our own ways.
Yeah. But it's we were there, pretty much started fishing at the same time. A lot more anglers and it's not a lake I don't think anybody could just pick up and go to.
You definitely need to be prepared.
It's prepared. It's not like super like don't go.
No. But the weather in the wintertime is pretty nasty, so you got to be prepared for that.
And that's when the best bite is when it's
most people like to be there
nasty.
in January, February, you
Yeah.
know, when it's really nasty out, and you know it can be in the teens in the morning. You
Yeah.
know, 10 a.m. it's 25 degrees outside and windy,
and you're in
face
most
is
of the time.
frozen.
Yeah,
You got the wind right in your face.
most of the time you're in one spot for 12 to 14 hours.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Unless you're moving around trying to find
Trying to
fish.
find a bite,
But if you're getting on fish, you're just in a spot, you know. But what's cool there is I like the option of parking where you are,
Mm-hmm.
and like you guys do, you bring out the
Short
grill.
lunch,
you make
dude,
some,
I love that.
That's my favorite thing.
That's my
out there.
favorite thing to
Go
do,
make
bro.
a cocktail, have some lunch,
That is
chill,
my
walk,
favorite
take
thing
in the
to do.
views, take some pictures, get back out on the ladder.
Yep.
You know, I love
that
pyramid.
break. I look forward to the break.
Yeah, the break is like
it's like
What I love is when you just can't take the break because the bite's on. Like that doesn't happen very often. But
I hate to all my homies that I've taken to Pyramid Lake and I've always cooked.
Okay.
So I hate
going to cook when the bite's on.
I hate going to cook when the bite's on.
Well, my group always knows you're not eating. You better have a granola bar in your pocket. My pops is funny because he's like, by 9, 10 in the morning, he needs, like when we're at the booth,
his blood sugar
at our vendor,
going.
like doing the taco meats, it'll be like 10, and he's like, "Hey, you getting hungry?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good right now, dude. I'm working."
I can go all
He's
day.
like, "I gotta go eat." So that's when we're fishing. He's like, "I need to eat, dude."
Yeah. That's cool though. That's one of my favorite things to do out there.
Yeah, that's
that
fun.
short lunch is awesome. But yeah, it's as long as you're prepared and you do some research. I mean, for me personally, it was I started researching probably a year and a half before I went.
Right. Well,
and gear. It took me. You have to build up. It's a whole new set of gear.
It is. Yep.
You know, it's where to fish. It's intimidating. It's an hour drive up one side of the lake.
It's what is it? 30-something miles long. The lake is massive. It's like a small ocean.
Yeah. And like we said, just the conditions, and it's like a different planet. It's different. Everywhere you fish is different.
It really is. If like you feel like you're in a different lake every spot you go to.
Yeah, I'm definitely more confident when I'm going now. And like you said, go where you know.
Yeah, especially after years of going there. Now you just go and you know you're just gonna have fun regardless.
Yeah.
Whatever the bite is, you're gonna go have fun.
And
but the first few times you go out there is a little intimidating, a little stressful. You don't know exactly where to go. You could luck out and the bite's just wide open up and down the lake.
What's your biggest or most memorable catch there at Pyramid?
It's one and the same.
Your PB?
Because it was my PB, and it's because it was on my birthday.
Sick.
I was there with my wife. We were staying in Reno. I went in the morning, got the morning bite at Pelican, and probably caught like 6 or 7 shakers.
Yeah.
And for those
are like 7-8 pounders.
7-8 pounders. They call shakers there because you shake them off the line to cast again.
Yeah, the average I think anywhere from 3 to 7 pounds.
3 to 7 is probably about fair.
But anglers, listen to our words. We're shaking off 7 pounders.
7 pounders because especially if the bite's on, it's just a matter of time before a bigger one gets on your line.
Yeah.
So I caught like 6 or 7 fish that morning. I fished for maybe 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Got in the car, went back. We went up to Tahoe, did some sightseeing, went to a museum, went and had lunch. I wanted to go back one more time for the evening bite. So she's like, "Okay, I'll go with you." She just stayed in the car reading because it was windy. I went out there. Right when I got out, a dude and his son were reeling in a fish, so I helped him net it up and take some pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went and set up my ladder next to him, and I'm casting. I'm talking to the dude because he's from Utah, and we're talking about penguich. And bump! It was like my 4th cast.
Just stop.
It just stopped, and I picked up my rod, and I thought I had hooked a rock or something, and it just started. It came in within like 10 minutes. And then this guy failed the net job. He picked it up halfway on the body, and it flipped out of the net. And I go, "Oh, dude, I got it." So I ended up taking the net between my legs. I'm like waist deep, and I'm chasing this thing down the shoreline, and did a self net on it. And when I netted it, dude, I was like, you got to be shitting me. This is so big. And so it was like 17 and a half-ish. Dude took pictures for me and everything, and his son took pictures with him and let it go.
I forget his name, but he's on, I don't know if you get him on Instagram, something monkey, but he's out there.
Oh, Ryan?
Yeah. He was, we were fishing when, February, he was fishing on the point. And I'm like, you got a good one on? I'm like, you need a net. He's like, I said it in my video, but he said, he goes, if you don't net it yourself, you don't deserve it. While he's hooked up.
Monkey, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah. He yelled that from like
if you don't
30, 40 yards.
Well, he nets all his fish himself. He's always solo.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising.
I was like,
which,
okay.
over the years, we've become accustomed where each of us have our own net on our ladder. And unless one of us has like a big tank on, we'll get off the ladder. But sometimes if you get off that ladder,
barely hooked.
The waves will knock it over, your ladder. So you don't want to go walking 20 feet down.
I've learned how, when I'm on the ladder, I'll fight on the ladder, but then I'll back up and bring if I have my net man, right?
Yeah.
And then even though, but it's the more you go, the more you learn the situational knowledge, situational awareness, learning. That's what it is, and just do your research, anglers. Give us a DM. I'm more than happy to help you.
Yeah.
But it's ever changing. If you've been to the Sierra, that's another level. Like the Sierra could change. The weather can change on it. Afternoon thunderstorms. The fishing can change, and it's just on another level. Pyramid's just on another.
Yeah, it's just a different level than this. It's equally as challenging at times. Just a different level of challenging.
Yeah.
And more so, you're dealing with the elements at Pyramid.
It is
because you want the elements.
You do
in
want
the Sierras. You want the nice calm water, no wind,
little overcast,
maybe a little overcast,
sun popping out here and there.
When I went to Pyramid the first time, and people were telling me that we were sitting in the lodge having breakfast because we had just gotten there. So we got breakfast. We're staring out at the lake. I'm like, dude, this place is rad. I can't wait to fish. 0 wind, bluebird skies. Water is glass. And I can hear these guys sitting at the bar talking about how shitty the morning was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that sucks. Like, I want to catch fish.
Yeah. It looks great.
And we learned. Like, when there's
you
no
want
weather,
some chop.
Yeah, you want some chop, waves, like all that shit.
You want some wind, snow.
So, yeah, that place is a beast.
It is. What's your favorite place to fish in the Eastern Sierra? You don't have to say it, but
I'll say it. I like Rock Creek Lake, just because that's the first lake I went to up there, and that's the first place I went for many years.
Yeah.
Before we started exploring
further
all around.
North,
we were totally content fishing Little Lakes Valley, the hike into behind Rock Creek, Rock Creek Lake, and then all the creeks going down the hill.
Yeah.
We were totally content with that. We were catching big fish.
That's a lot of exploring.
It's a lot of exploring. You can do a lot in just that area.
Yeah.
So, it took us a few years to start branching out up to Mammoth and June Lake and all that. But if I had to say my favorite place to fish up there is either Rock Creek or Lake George up in Mammoth.
I need to fish Lake George a little bit more. I went to Rock Creek this last time and it was snowed, and I didn't go to where you told me to go. We stayed by the boat ramp.
Yeah, but
we
you're
just
getting on fish there.
Freaking killed it.
Yeah, which is crazy. Because
but I wanted to go. I'm gonna go back to where you said for other reasons.
There's other reasons to go back over there. Yeah, besides the bows.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because
that's what I want to throw too.
Back in the day, Rock Creek was like that.
Yeah,
everywhere.
It really.
It was always good fishing.
Yeah.
And then it just like.
You could fish that whole lake in a day.
Oh, dude, we do laps.
It's awesome.
We do laps around it. Just keep walking.
It was cool. I love the beach and the drop off there.
It's a pretty lake.
The weed line right there.
It's got good scenery.
I was sight fishing off the weed line.
Have you been back in Little Lakes?
No.
Behind there?
No.
We'll have to do that this next season.
I just saw Trout West, Andrew, his video.
Back there?
No, he did a drone shot and you can see all. Oh, okay. You can see the other lakes.
It's cool back there.
And I was like, oh shit. Yeah. Or I saw it somewhere.
There is big fish back there. They're just really,
really they only bite ghoulies or made baits.
Yeah. You're not gonna catch them with anything else like
Panther
Martin was back in the day. The Panther Martin was
Panther
You can
Martin.
catch fish everywhere up there.
Right? I
Little
know.
black and yellow one.
That's a tried and true. Yeah, man, I can't, like you said, dude, I want to go back to Pyramid now. Soon, man.
If
Soon.
you're from wherever and you like trout fishing,
Yeah.
you should at least go try it once.
Yeah. Should go try it once.
Yeah,
And
it's funny because some people knock it.
a lot of people knock it. A lot of the fly fishing community knocks
it. I just had this guy that tagged me, and there was that video that popped up, and the guy was like trashing Pyramid Lake. And I commented, I'm like,
huge fly fisherman.
Yeah, and I was like, never ever go there. This place is terrible.
Yeah.
Well, West Coast Brown Fishing Society or Brown Trout Society or something. We don't follow each other, but he had commented and was like, any chump can go there with a Mickey Mouse pole and catch a double-digit trout. And I said, LOL, and he's all, no, but it's true. I've seen people that have never caught a 10-pounder that have caught multiples there. I'm like, and all I responded was, any squirrel or even a blind squirrel can find a nut.
Yeah.
So and that really what that means is any body of water that holds large fish, anybody can catch them.
Anybody can catch them.
You see it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The kid, the little girl with Nightcrawler that caught that huge brown up out of Rush Creek a few years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's not a professional.
Yeah.
I've never caught a double-digit brown up there.
No, but they're in there.
They're in there. So that's kind of what I hope he took from that was, yes, but it's a fun place to fish. I don't care what anyone says. No. I love going there, and anyone I've ever gone with, and we're all diehard fishermen, we love going to Pyramid. So I say you try it.
Yeah, definitely try it. I can't wait for our trip and get there. I think that's going to be good because we haven't fished in years.
Yeah.
And we'll probably get it in before then, SoCal.
Yeah. We'll get some fishing in down here before, but yeah, if you're down for New Year's, let's do that.
Okay, cool.
We don't have anyone riding with us, so
let's do it.
I'll hop in. Cruise with us.
I'll hop in. And we're rolling into SoCal season. We're at the beginning of SoCal season, anglers. We're gonna be wrapping it up this Get Made show with Matt, Ghoulies Jigs. But SoCal season is here, and real quick, I want to talk about what's going on this weekend.
Oh yeah, that's what we were going to talk about.
Yeah, and we got it's
easy to get sidetracked.
It's easy to get excited, sidetracked, but hopefully you've made it to the end of this video. I think you had because it's been a great show. Wealth of knowledge. We could be here for hours, anglers, and we'll get Matt back here another time, but. This weekend, Saturday, SoCal season, San Diego County, kicking off Dixon Lake. And it's a trout derby. And we got Ghoulies Jigs setting up. Gonna have jigs and baits on deck. And we're gonna have Made Bait setting up next to Ghoulies Jigs. It's awesome because he got the feathers and all of that stuff. And I got the plastics and some teasers you tie. We could go through the jigs. So it's going to be a mix and match, and it's going to be a great time, anglers. Dixon Lake is historic. It's a place that I called my home waters for a long, long time. How I came up in the game and where our friendship grew. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. This one means a lot to me. To go back and to be invited by you to set up right next to you, it's an honor, and it's really cool to be able to look forward to that this weekend, man, and see all the San Diego anglers. Hopefully you guys from the IE come down. Everybody's welcome. Yep. Tell us about the Derby, man. What's going on? Who's putting it on? Obviously Dixon Lake, Escondido, but give a little bit more info, Matt.
So the Kiwanis Club in Escondido is the one who hosts the Derby. They do one in November and one in April. They've been doing these since I was a kid. Yeah. We've always gone to these derbies. Turner's used to be their main prize sponsor for gift cards. They've never given out cash. People were thinking they were under the impression that you win money. Dixon has never given out cash like that. It's always been gift cards. But when I found out a couple seasons ago or whatever it was that Turner's was no longer going to sponsor in that type of way, they would only give them 10% off for their gift cards. And I'm not bashing Turner's. They have to do what they have to do. I'm sure they donate to all kinds of stuff. You know? So with that being said, the Kiwanis does a lot for Dixon and that kind of stuff, and it's charitable. And they're not just there stealing everyone's money.
No, they're part of the community.
They're part of the community down there, and it's a part of our community where we fish and have been fishing for a very long time. So I jumped in actually, I went and fished a derby and spoke with, his name is Jim Isaacs. He's the one that puts on the whole show. Um, and if you've ever been to the derbies, if I pointed him out, you'd be like, oh, yeah, I've seen him here every single time since like the 80s.
Yeah.
He's been there forever.
Nice.
So
Thank
I
you,
went
Jim.
and talked to him and asked him, hey, I'd like to donate some baits for your next one in April. And he said, oh, okay. And then we started talking from there and rapping and got into the point where I was like, well, I'll just donate gift cards. And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's what we're looking for. How much would you charge us? And I was like, I'll just do them for free. And so I did that like 2 or 3 times. And the last one this year, I was like, I can't really afford to do that right now.
Yeah.
So I did like half of it or
Yeah.
something like that. And people use their gift cards. So if
That's
they
awesome.
if they weren't using their gift cards, I'd be like, this is a waste for
Yeah.
the anglers. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I love these guys fishing my baits, but at the same time, if the people that are winning don't want to fish my stuff and
Right.
they're not using it, I would
And
just
that and it's one extra step to get their baits in your hand.
correct. So
Right.
this year Mike's donating some gift cards for you guys.
Yes, sir.
I'll donate some gift cards, and how I have them set up now on the website is how it should be, and I couldn't do it before. There's no tax, no shipping, so you don't have to use your card for anything. You just go on there, and now if you go over the amount, obviously, but it's a great event. They got food. They have a kiddie pond for the kids that's right off the dock, so your kids can go down and fish for
Nice.
free and catch a fish. They have a bunch of trout right in a net. Which is a plus if you go fish Sunday at the end of the day when the derby's over. They open those nets and let all the trout out. So you got about 100 trout that just swim around. So it's a fun
And this is being uploaded on Sunday morning after the derby.
They're like, wait a minute, this already happened.
Sorry, what?
So yeah, it's a good event. You got
Yeah.
Made Baits out there. You got Mike Trout Made. You know, his booth will be right next to ours. Like he said, mix and match baits. Come on out, show your support, say what's up, come visit us, get some information.
Get some info, get some knowledge, say what's up, anglers.
Yeah.
You know, we're out there, and it's going to be Kiwanis. Thank you, Kiwanis and Jim, for putting it on year after year. And how many pounds of trout are they stocking?
4,000.
Woo!
4,000 pounds. And they're closed to fishing this week. So
Okay.
you cannot
That
fish.
That is amazing to hear.
Yeah, they're closed to fishing until Saturday. So
That
the
is-
people that fish Saturday on the derby / opener will be the first lines to hit the water on these trout. So
That's anglers. Okay,
it's a plus.
that's
because
a huge plus.
people go
because
wipe them out before the derby sometimes, and then or
all the
pressure
time,
them.
all the time,
All the time. Yeah, I've been guilty of it.
yeah. I think it's not the angler's fault.
No, it's not our fault. I want to fish.
Yeah,
So-
I'm gonna get into this on another. This is something I've been wanting to talk to, something I want to do on my own.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to kill the mood right now. But Dixon Lake, Kiwanis, Escondido, Jim, you guys are doing it the right way, closing it, because you got to pay to get into Dixon Lake. You got to pay for your permit, right? And you're paying. Is there a derby entry?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
derby
it's
entry.
double permit, so it's $20 a person.
There you go. So you're paying, right? Gregory, Derby, you get this hype. People pay this, and that's $75 for the Gregory.
Oh yeah.
And they let everybody fish before, and that Derby sucked. I'm sorry.
Well, the pressure gets put on the fish, and they just go lockjaw.
Yeah, or they're stocking the fish how long before Dixon Lake is?
I want to say they stocked them yesterday,
Okay.
Tuesday, so they're
So
spread out.
days before, okay, not the day before Santee Lakes.
Yeah, yeah.
And you get people, it's so there's so much more to this derby than what's the problem, I think, in our SoCal fishing community. It is not you anglers. You guys are doing a great job.
It's the way
talking
the lakes are run.
the way the lakes are run, the water, the stockings.
Dixon's not perfect.
No, they're not perfect.
I make suggestions all the time there that the way they could do things better, because a lot of their stuff is outdated.
Yeah.
The way they run their operation is way outdated. They've been doing it since the 90s like that.
Run into the booth.
There's instead of 150 people fishing, now there's 300 people fishing. So
Yeah.
you have to do things a little different.
You got to change with the times.
With the stock being put in early in the week, if it wasn't yesterday, it's today. No one can fish there till Saturday, so the bite will be on.
Yeah.
And we got a little rain coming on Thursday, so
Yeah. And today is Wednesday the 19th. Today, anglers, is Wednesday the 19th. So these trout are going to be swimming.
They'll be swimming.
Adapted for a few days.
Ready to chew.
Yeah, ready to chew. And
4,000 pounds of them.
4,000 pounds. Mount Lassen, who knows?
I'm pretty sure they're still with Jess Ranch.
Jess Ranch.
But I will say this: Jess Ranch is getting some big fish coming out of there.
They got some big fish coming out of there.
It might not be.
I went last trout season. A lot of changes going on there.
Yeah,
as well.
They redid a bunch of their stuff, so I wouldn't knock their fish. I know a lot of. That's why I went like that, because a lot of people don't like Jess Ranch. But to me, I'm like, I'm just there to fish.
Just there to fish,
you know. And if you're there to fish to win,
yeah.
That just means a 3-pounder could take it.
Exactly. Which has happened.
Has happened. I know, like, maybe not their last derby, but the one before that I participated in.
Yeah.
There was some like 8 and 9 pounders caught. So those are nice trout.
100%. Those are really good trout.
Yeah.
They haven't been, there's a couple years Dixon kind of, the stockings, they weren't the big, where everybody Dixon Lake is known for.
Pushed people away a little bit.
A little bit. You know, but this is going to be an amazing event, amazing derby kicking off SoCal trout season in San Diego, Escondido, California, Dixon Lake, Ghoulies Jigs, hosted by Kiwanis, made baits right there, featured as well. We're going to be there, anglers. Let's wrap up, Matt.
All right.
Man, what do you see for Ghoulies Jigs this trout season, man? What do you want for Ghoulies Jigs?
I just want it to keep going. That's all I ever ask for from it. I don't have high expectations. I just like that it keeps going and keeps growing, and I'm just sitting behind the wheel, you know,
enjoying the ride.
The engine is doing all the work, you know, at this point.
You guys are the engine. You guys are the gas, the oil, the lifeblood.
Surprisingly, I don't get a ton of SoCal sales for trout. A lot of my sales are out of state and NorCal. So I'm really, I guess that would be my goal, is to get my baits in more people's hands in Southern California. We've definitely grown more in the past couple of years, but it's really hard to compete with all the plastic, you know, guys, because that's what everyone fishes.
And that's funny, because I get stoked when, like, I got an order from Maryland, or like New Hampshire, or like, I'm like, what?
That's rad.
That's rad.
Someone on the opposite side of the country wants to fish your baits.
Yeah.
Which is wild, because, you know, a lot of the NorCal people are fishing all SoCal baits. You know, there's a school I should hook you up with. We can edit this out if you want.
Yeah.
In Oakland, that is a fishing club, this high school.
Oh, really?
And
I saw that.
I sponsored them and sent them a bunch of baits. Well, come to find out, they have like 5 other companies down here that sent them baits, and that's all they're catching fish on.
Oh, shit.
It's all these bait companies from SoCal, and we're all small companies.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. I'll send you the information.
I'd love to hook them up.
Yeah, and they're big into trout fishing too, so...
Dude, I'd love to hook them up. Yeah, that's sick.
I'll send their stuff your way.
That's sick, man.
But that kind of stuff, I like that. Keep going, and more exposure down here, I guess.
Okay,
that would be the goal.
Okay,
for Ghoulie Jigs.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
So anglers, tell them where they can find Ghoulies Jigs right now, Matt.
Instagram, ghoulie.jigs, GHOULIE.jigs. GhoulieJigs.com is our website.
Awesome. And again, Matt's open. He said, DM him. You got any questions? How to fish Ghoulie Jigs? Any info? You know, come correct, anglers. You know, be polite.
And it doesn't have to even pertain to Ghoulie Jigs. I love trout fishing. I've done trout fishing seminars. Like that's my passion. So if you have any questions on any kind of trout fishing, I've done it all. So you can ask me: power bait, night crawler, mini jigs, spoons,
anything.
I love it all. I fish it all. So. Same with Mike. He's got a lot of knowledge over here. You know, you got 2 booths side by side with some of the best baits in SoCal and some of the best
country,
knowledge
man,
in the country.
In the country, because everybody SoCal's special place
I call us the Silicon Valley of bait making.
Silicon Valley.
Yeah, because you got Silicon Valley is like the tech capital of the world. Yeah. We're kind of like right now, kind of the bait making capital of the country. Because there's so many bait makers in Southern California. It's wild to see people in other states fishing all these baits.
Yeah, it is pretty wild.
It's just crazy when they have baits in their state.
Yeah.
But they're fishing these from down here.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty awesome.
I think it is pretty cool, anglers. We're proud to be part of the community with you guys. We're proud to be representing our companies, Our company is this weekend at the Dixon Derby. Last thing, Matt, and we're going to wrap up with the anglers here, man. If you could give one message to the next generation of SoCal trout anglers, what would it be?
Pay it forward. Pay it forward. You can always help someone else out while you're helping yourself out. So, as a fisherman, as a person, if you see someone out there struggling or doing something wrong, don't be afraid to speak up and help them. And, try to stay positive.
That's it. That's a great message.
Easiest message I can give for the best chance of success.
Absolutely. And it's up to the next generation of SoCal trout anglers to take this on and keep doing the right things and keep paying it forward as generation after generation, and we'll preserve and grow our Silicon Valley of trout fishing and bait making, whatever it is. It's because it's just not about bait making. It's our community special. And thanks for being a pioneer of it, man, and setting the groundwork for everybody else, bro.
Well, it's just an obsession, that took over our lives.
I love stock trout. Anglers, thank you for joining us. My name is Mike. This Trout Made Angler Company Get Made Show with Matt Ghoulies Jigs, my homie, my friend, really, really good friend. Thank you, Matt.
That was a great show, man.
Yeah, it was, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll catch you guys later, anglers.
Later.
We're out. That was good, bro.
That was a good show.
That was good.
You're going to have to edit that down.
Oh. It's going to be good, though. It's going to be good.
That flowed really good.
Yeah, it did.
I don't think we hit any speed bumps.
No.
That was nice.
It was just...
See, you're easy to talk to. When I talk to other people, I get all nervous and choked up and shit, and I lose my train of thought really easy. I didn't have that problem at all.
Yeah, no, because we're homies, dude. We
just talk. Like we're just...
I'm just like, dude, I'm going like here,
I like
here,
you have
here,
like bullet points to go off of, like to keep you on track.
Yeah.